Good. How are you?
I'm trying to have a better. I'm really trying to have a conversation about this Sierra's prayer thing. How are you? How old are you?
38.
What do you got for me? Let's see if we can get this back on kind of track.
Sure. So you're just asking what?
Yeah, because you have any children?
I don't.
Do you resonate with Sierra's prayer? Does that do anything for you?
Not necessarily, but I mean, I do think that if you want something, that you do have to manifest in some kind of a way.
Okay.
So
What is it?
I resonate with it in saying, what you ask for and what you believe. If you truly do believe it and think it and surround yourself around those things, then it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that resonates with me in that manner. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man per se, but career, resonates with me in that manner. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man per se, but career, and anything else that you really want for your life, that you really have to be serious about it, and you can get it if that's what you want.
Who's Nay and who's Goddess?
That's me. Say that again.
Are you Nay?
I'm Nay. That's me. Say that again.
Or you background because the audio is kind of.
I want you guys to understand how often you hear the word manifest come out of modern women's mouths. Because modern women have made money. Some modern women have made what they call money. Modern women are free. Like between this woman and the 43-year-old woman, those are the perfect contrast. Both of them are safe. Ain't nobody trying to boop them upside their head or throw them behind a trash can and take advantage of them. So they feel safe. But both of them are equally contributing what? Once their lives is over, the bloodline stops with them. That is a selfish life. And women, I'm asking the question, why are you this alone? Because human beings are social creatures. Women today aren't different. They're just busy. Anyway, you got women to today to where now the only way they can get their man is God has to make it happen. That's what this manifest stuff is. And if you heard her, what does manifest intend? What does manifest entail?
At 38 years old, what does manifest mean to you?
So for me, and what it's meant in
Pay
my
attention.
life is that if there's something I want to do or be around, I only surround myself around that. So before I bought my house, for example, that's not all I talked about, but I wanted to be around other people that were homeowners and kind of said it before it was already mine. That's what manifest means. So it means that it may not be yours yet, but that you say it and that you believe it and that you continuously surround yourself around those things.
And then what else?
And then you just keep chugging until you get there. And then when you surround yourself around those things.
And then what else?
Look at what that happened. I asked her when she wanted to get a house. What did she do? She surrounded herself about it. All she did was talked about it. She did this, she did that, and then she just sat back and I'm saying to the women, all right, and then what else? Because that's not manifestation, that's immersion.
And then you just keep chugging until you get there. And when you get there, you look at the next what's on the list.
That's immersion, ma'am. Immersion. Putting yourself around the concept. But where's the work?
Well, the work is the thought process. That's where it first starts.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, where's the work?
Well, if I manifested you into a gym and dropped your 400-pound woman into a gym and put you around all that stuff, would you just get in shape?
That's a good point. No, that's a good point.
Get in shape.
Is it time to give up this kind of mindset, ladies? Is it time to give up on this kind of thinking? All I need to do is pray for it, think about it, and then it will happen. This is why I came at B. Simone a year or so ago when she was on this manifest madness. Manifest, manifest, manifest. And that video did like over 1 million views. And subsequently, I think even I heard her position moderate. This manifest stuff is what this is what, I gotta go. This is what you got left when you lose. This is what losers have to live. This is the only thing losers have. It's called a Hail Mary. We're going to take the word manifest and change it to Hail Mary. In the chat room, everybody type Hail Mary. In the chat room, everybody type manifest equals Hail Mary. Hail Mary is a football play to where it's the last play of the game. And what do? The quarterback takes the snap and he sends everybody out. And all he does is wait for time. And then he throws the ball as far as he can into an area. And the receivers have to basically go for a jump ball. The first time this Hail Mary worked was Doug Flutie in Boston College. And he won a football game because no one had ever seen it done before. Now a Hail Mary is a typical called play. Manifestation, women, equals a Hail Mary. You are just throwing it up and hoping to come down with a win. How about you play a better game of football? How about you play defense and actually score some points on offense? But think about it. Women today have manifested themselves, have put themselves into a corner to where this is all they got.
Just
No,
get in shape.
that's a good point. No, that's a good point.
I'm wondering why so many of you women just believe that all you have to do is believe, wish upon a cloud.
Yeah. You have a good point.
Do you want to be married one day?
Maybe, possibly.
See, Dave, what's the maybe?
Well, the maybe is it has to be with the right.
Why would you ask a normal, healthy-minded woman if you want to be married and the answer comes back maybe, possibly? Other than the fact that you are a rebel. You have been raised to be independent and be your own husband. You have been raised to be the aunt, the cousin, and you parasite off of everybody else. What do I mean by parasite? Strong word, but think about what I'm saying. We got women who are coming to family functions and all they're bringing is themselves in a dish. They're playing with your kids. They're playing with their nephews and nieces. Then they leave and go home with their dog. That ain't a family. That's just a bunch of women.
Growing up around, what does that mean? That means a ton of different things. My parents have been married for 40 plus years.
Get the likes up or we shut the up. Well,
okay, but it has to be the right person. What does that mean?
That means the right person for me, the right person.
Oh yeah, let me look at this too because
the right person who's just not getting married, get married, who believes in marriage, who wants some of the similar things that I want. That's what the right person is for me.
6,000 people.
Do you have the TV or something playing in the background? Because the audio is kind of going out.
No, I'm in my office actually, still working. So no.
Okay, so the right person.
Yeah.
Your parents have been married for 40 years.
40 plus, correct.
When you ask your mother, how did you know Dad was the right person for you before you got married? What did she say?
You want me to give the honest, because I have asked her that. But in their day, what she did say to me was, it wasn't necessarily all about being fully in love. You know, if someone came.
Not in their day, ma'am. That's how it is.
Okay, well.
Is it time to give up on this? It's a new day. Is it time? This is what I'm asking. Is it time to give up on this? Manifesting, it's a new day. Maybe or maybe. Now, I'm not talking about this woman in particular. She's over 35. It's a wash for women like her. No offense, ma'am, but over 35, you're pretty much done. Your mindset is the way it is, especially these women. Masters, bachelors, it's a wrap. There's no way that you can be attractive over 35 unmarried, and sane. Something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with every last one of you. And I have met enough women who are over 35, unmarried, and attractive who I thought, or okay, and it was wrong. Something's wrong with every last one of them. And they're not addressing it. It's one thing to say something's wrong, and it's another thing to know something wrong and ain't doing nothing about it. That's why when I say stuff like this, I don't hold back, because I've talked to thousands of women like this. And if I had to tell you the percentage of them who are actually doing the work to get mentally better is less than 5%. So fully 90 to 95% of women in this category are not doing a mother flipping thing. So it's when I say it's over, it's because they're not doing the work. Hit the super chat button, guys. Come on now. This is crazy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring the chat room. Let's bring the chat back. Y'all want the chat back? Okay. Yeah, guys. Here we go. Where is it? Is it time to get over this mindset? Is it time to get over this mindset, or are we going to just keep on? What do y'all think is going to happen, ladies? What do y'all think is going to happen? What do y'all think is going to happen if y'all continue down this path? I believe a lot of women honestly believe that their chances to marry are equal to their chances to get laid.
Hey, ma'am, that's how it is.
Okay, well.
It's not in their day. Human beings have had tens of thousands of years of doing that. Mm-hmm. This magical manifestation, right man bullshit is you women dying alone. That's since the 60s. Okay. We were married at a rate of 80+% prior to 1965. Now we got all these magical manifesting spinsters talking about the right man. Just like I asked you, Miss Haiti, you thought I was being funny, but hundreds of years ago.
If you don't want to use super chat, you don't want to be your name to come up.
This is called.
You can do it on. You can do cash app.
Liberalism, college education, and the feminization of black.
It's at the bottom.
That's where y'all learn this stuff. The college campus.
Yeah.
And the very white women that taught y'all this went back home to their husbands. Read the books of Birdie. Read what happened when Cosmopolitan, the Playboy for women, to sell women birth control, sanitary products, and a bullshit lifestyle. The right person, because I'm going to ask you, are you the right person for the man that you're looking for?
So that's a great question.
That's a bullshit answer. When I ask these educated, college-educated, professional entrepreneur women, listen to the answer they give you. That's a great question. No, you are not the right woman. You know you're not the right woman. You have put no effort into manifesting a relationship. You haven't even put any thought into who we are as men. So when I ask you the question, they know the answer is no. So I gotta get a Hail Mary. Hail Mary, come with me, Hail Mary. Look, this isn't about this woman in particular. This is about a mindset. Modern women, you PhDs.
I'm a PhD. I don't need a cookbook.
Manifest madness. Y'all are down to running the Hail Mary. Appreciate it. The manifest mentality will forever make them cool aunts. The lady showed up, brother, with her puppies out. I know, right? Look, ladies, you're relegating yourself to being the cool aunt. Appreciate it. Where is that at? That's a good comment. How many? But they're not thinking about this, man. They're not thinking that you don't just want to be the cool aunt. Yeah, Avery came through. She came through with the puppies out. Yeah, man, I had to pull down the video after that. I ain't gonna get my channel struck over that shit. Look, ladies, y'all are gonna be relegated to being the cool aunt. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? I don't think that's what you want, but that's all you got left.
I don't know.
So
don't think I am, but I mean, I can think that I am, right?
So there's only one right person?
Well, is there?
I'm asking you. You don't want to believe it. I'm just challenging you.
I didn't say one right person.
I'm
I said
asking. How many right persons?
I don't
You said
know.
the right person. The implies
right
one.
person.
You said
So
the
I don't know.
implies one. You didn't say a right person, the right person. That's what you said.
Okay, so let me rephrase that then. A right person. Let me rephrase
that. How many right people are there?
I can't answer that.
Man, hold on. Let's be business people. Let's be business people. You can't make a business. If marriage is a business decision, you can't make a business decision with such lack of probabilities.
Yeah, that's true.
So if your parents were married for 40 plus years and you're surrounded by marriage, how did you end up not getting married?
It's a personal choice.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I want to ask a question. If marriage
Grenadian,
is based
you're now a moderator.
business, why do we have to get married? It's just business.
Congratulations.
Well, the first business is family.
If marriage is just for business, why do we have to get married? I'm glad she was honest enough to ask that question. Because we got to understand, gentlemen, modern women have not been taught how to be wives. They've been taught how to be employees and independent. They don't understand the business of family. Look to the Jewish community, look to the Hispanic community. Great examples of business as family. It is the surest way to pull yourself out of poverty. Consolidate, work together, share the load. But women honestly believe that they don't need to do that. You know what? I honestly believe they don't need to share the load anymore. Let me turn this off real quick. Let me turn off the notifications. Women honestly believe that they don't need to even share the load anymore, to the point to where it's like, well, damn. And we can't be upset with the women, gentlemen, because they're mothers. So now the Cash App notification won't go. You can't be upset with their mothers.
Business is family. At 65 years old, when you can no longer work and you can no longer earn substantial money, who's going to take care of you?
Think about why their mothers didn't teach them. Because women like to have one leg up on other women. Women are very envious. So there's so many women that did not teach their daughters how to be wives, so their daughters have to be dependent upon them. This is like some sort of crazy Munchausen syndrome. Okay, that was supposed to be off. Crazy Munchausen syndrome. No. You're not supposed to be our partners. I mean, you're supposed to be our wives. But think about it. If their mothers didn't teach them how to be wives, how are they supposed to know this stuff? They're supposed to learn it on the job on us. And no, thank you. Men do not want to be learned on. Show previews. Announce notifications. Show. Hide alerts. Done. There we go. All right. I got to turn notifications back on. But
who's going to take care of you if you're alone?
Why can't you take care of yourself, though?
You've been a middle class earner your entire life. You have no network, no family.
I understand.
What if you've made just out of
hold on. That's why, because no country in the West is set up for single elderly individuals. So if you want to be single, you better earn twice, at least what a spouse is making, and invest wisely throughout your lifetime to possibly have a shot at it.
I was going to say, I think you should do that regardless of whether there's a spouse or not a spouse. That's just my opinion. I think you should plan accordingly.
What percentage of black women earn more than $50,000?
I don't know the numbers. I just know I do, but I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers of percentages, but I know that there are
What
even
city do
more of us.
you live in?
What state? Massachusetts.
Around the
I'm
Boston
in
area?
Georgia.
Hail Mary, cool auntie.
All right, so the cost of living is higher around there, though.
It definitely is. That's correct.
All right, so the reason for marriage, because it is business. Family has always been business. Family, whether it's the way. First off, children are the resource. You need the nuclear building blocks to build a community. And that's the thing. And where in the world do single individual women thrive? They don't. Women tend to take resources from the system. So the way you give back.
May I ask how do women take resources away from the system? I mean, I know
because women earn less money by choice.
Oh, so you're saying the women that do earn less money and that don't continue
women do earn less money by choice.
Yeah.
This is women like her are so smart they come across as game goofy. And I'm really just using her, ma'am. I'm using you as an avatar. It may not feel like it, but I run into so many women like her that act like they really don't understand what I'm talking about. Like, well, it's not me. It's not me. I'm fine. I'm making money. Yeah, you're the worst. You're the worst kind. You're the worst kind because you're making money and you don't realize that you didn't learn anything from the pandemic. That money is not what it's about.
I mean, okay, the women that are doing it by choice, okay.
Yeah, women in the West, okay, they're donor states and contributor states. California, New York versus Arkansas, Mississippi. Who donates more to the union? California, New York, Mississippi, or Arkansas? California and New York pay more taxes in, donate more. Mississippi and Arkansas take more. Women earn less money by choice.
Okay.
So they take more resources from the system. Look at the homeless population. How many women's shelters do we have? How many shelters do we have for women in domestic violence? Two plus thousand for women. We got one for men. Women take. So the way you end up, society deals. So the way you end up, society deals with that is women should be getting married. But if you want to be a florist or a pet groomer or whatever, cool. But then when you're 65 years old and you're turned out and you have no more money, the little bit of money you paid into Social Security, you don't have any resources, what happens to you if you're a man? You end up where?
Yeah.
Where? What happens to men? Yes. And what's starting to happen to women?
Yeah.
Homeless. So at 38, you make money. But I got a question for women like you. I always had a question. What is life about?
That's a good question.
I thought you were asking me. Are you asking me?
I am.
So when you say what is life about, you mean what is it about for me? Still about family.
Family.
For me, I don't have my own children, but it's absolutely about family. It's about enjoying my life. And for me, that means I work about enjoying my life. And for me, that means I work hard, but I also play harder. So that means I can travel, enjoy time. Again, like I said, with family and friends, it's just about really getting the best out of the days that I'm here, right? And I'm afforded. So generally speaking, it's trying to live my best life as far as
Fucking Scooby Snacks. Ma'am, what you said, life is about family. The family, you ain't making family. You are coming in like a cuckoo bird. Cuckoo birds lay their eggs in other people's nests and then let them raise their kids. You're letting your sisters, your nieces, and your everybody else, all the women, raise a family that you play with. You're the cool auntie, the cool cousin, and then you go off and live your best life. You, like I said, chattel slavery couldn't do what feminism and a paycheck did. Gave y'all fucking Scooby Snacks. You got Scooby Snacks and you're making that a whole goddamn life. You got an appetizer trying to make that a meal. This is bullshit.
what I think that means. And that means spending time with family,
family.
cousins, aunts, uncles, etc.
So would you make room for the fact that you're taking from your family? Let me give you an example. Because you have money, but you come to take the relationships your cousins and everybody else had to make. You benefit from those. You're not bringing your family. You're bringing you. Christmas time. Hold on.
But you know what? But they're
I need you to let me start. Let you speak. Hold on. You're bringing you.
This is where it goes off the rails. I said you're taking, and here she has to justify, well, it's their benefit. Yeah, you can bring a lot of fucking gifts. But Christmas actually was much better when we had less money, honestly, because we had more family and more love. They like to see, would your people like to see, would your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, would them people like to see you coming with empty hands? Probably not as much. Pay attention.
Christmas time.
But you know what? But they're
I need you to let me start. Let you speak.
Gotcha.
When family, you don't have one. You're an individual. Life is about people. And as a woman, female, you are taking. So this is what's going on today. When a single man and his friends get married, you know what happens to him? He gets pushed away because his friends are like, love you, partner, but I got my family to run.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Women don't do that. They allow their single friends to leech off of their families. So now when you start to see women say, I don't let my single friends come around, and what do you fall back on? You fall back on family. Where is your component? Where is your building block to the DNA of your family?
It's in giving back and being there for
It's in
my
money.
nieces.
It's in money.
It's in not just money. No, it's in the time.
Bullshit.
But the lineage, our responsibility to family is making sure the bloodline moves on.
But the bloodline moves on.
It ends with you.
Yes and no. And I'm saying that because the bloodline can still continue, and it's going to continue if you have people like myself, right, who are fully integrated in the family and being.
The need to be right. She is going to make her barren ass, no child having, no husband having self. Yes, I'm being hyperbolic for effect. She's going to make this work. She's going to make this square peg fit into this round hole when everybody knows what I mean when I say the bloodline ends. When you got women that are this freaking invested in failure, this is why you get younger women, gentlemen. This is why. And if you can't find a younger that look like you, this is when it's time to find a younger feminine woman who may look like somebody else. Because what do we have what kind of straw do we have to make bricks from? Life with women like this would be miserable because they don't see anything wrong with it. Is it time to give up on women like this? Is it time to give up? I'm asking, is it time to give up on shit that's not working? Then these things aren't working.
And helping the family, not just monetary.
Okay, ma'am, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But until you have your own husband and your kids, you're still taking from the family.
But how am I taking? But I guess my question is, how am I taking from the family?
Okay, how are you taking? How are you taking? You show up to a family gathering solo.
Okay.
Listen. If everybody showed up to the family gathering solo, where would the cousins be? If all the women showed up solo, where would the family be? If all the women showed up solo, where would the family be? A bunch of women. There would be no family.
It wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women. There would be no family.
It wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women. There would be no family.
It wouldn't wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women, just a bunch of women, just like it is here in Atlanta when you go out. Nothing but women and kids. And you got one women, just like it is here in Atlanta. No family. There would be no family.
It wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women, just a bunch of women, just like it is here in Atlanta when you go out. Nothing but women and kids. And you got one professional girl.
Good, how are you?
So
I'm trying to have a better, I'm really trying to have a
you see what it said. You see what happened, right? I said, what would happen? It would be what would it be? Just a bunch of women. And what did she say?
Because I wanted to bring a couple of guys in, or the 2-year-old to come after you, man.
What did she say? A bunch of women. It wouldn't be that bad. That's why I say, how do you build anything with women like this? If everybody showed up like you with no kids, what do you have? You got a family full of women. And she said, oh, that wouldn't be that bad. Okay. Okay, well, it wouldn't be that bad. Wouldn't be that bad. Would not be that bad, folks. So,
where would the family be? A bunch of women. There be no family.
It wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women, just a bunch of women, just like it is here in Atlanta when you go out. Nothing but women and kids. And you got one professional girl, one professional, you go out. Nothing but women and kids. Just a bunch of women, just like it is here in Atlanta when you go out. Nothing but women and kids. And you got one professional girl, one professional woman who works her ass off. And she's successful in her professional life, but she fucking sucks in her personal life. And she's leeching off of the family. And they love her, but they get tired of her. And the husbands don't like her because there's a reason she's single. There's a reason, oh, you like your cousin. But it's like, hey girl, if you want to go somewhere, you got to go with your married friends, your married family, or you.
yeah, but she gets to travel though.
And that's cool. We don't have balance in the Black community. Black women in particular are overcommitted to these jobs. Black women have overcommitted to these jobs and these so-called finances. And the most important thing, family. We don't have it to where now women are parasiting other people's families.
What if you don't have family at all?
You make one.
What if you don't have family at all?
You make one.
Yeah, I do.
If you don't have family, you don't have family at all. You get married, you make one. That's the one thing we can do. We can get married and keep making them. See, it's easier to get money. It's easier to get money than family.
Yeah.
That's what the Hispanics are coming here into this country. They have replaced us as a minority because they came over here and they stuck to the family. That's why the Black side of town is not the Hispanic side of town, because we got so many of our women who are so worried about this goddamn job and travel and all this other shit. You traveling by yourself.
Not me, though. That's
Me?
completely
Not
true.
me.
I'm traveling.
Ma'am, due respect, if it's not you, eat the meat spell.
Not me.
It's too long and I see too much.
All right, so you're saying generally speaking. Gotcha.
Yeah, what's your, okay, I asked you, do you want to be married? And we come back. Why were you here? I asked you, do you want to be married? You said maybe. And then you gave me some things about the right man.
I mean, it's that's my opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion.
Well, it's the right man, but then you say, but then I say, what did your mama tell you? And your mama told you that's not how it works.
That's not what my mom taught me. My mom taught me, my parents, not just my mom and dad raised me to be independent and to be who I am with or without something.
You have any siblings?
That's how
siblings? Siblings? Siblings?
Siblings.
Siblings?
3.
Are they married or single?
Married.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one.
Are you the first in the birth order?
No, I'm in the middle.
Well, you're the rebel. And this is one of the part of the problem. So many of our women
The rebel.
rebelled. This is why they're resorting to Sierra's prayer. Because when you rebel from the family, you got to pray for manifestation and divinity because you're living out of alignment.
Boom.
So I can come at it either way. You can have everything. How come your non-black counterparts can have everything that you have plus family?
I don't know.
A good
Well, it
question.
ain't the problem with the money or the job, then is it? It's a problem with the woman. That's what it comes
Your
down
opinion.
to. It's not my
All
opinion.
right.
It's not okay. Then what other reason?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, the answer is the problem is the woman because it's not the education, it's not the money. The next lowest married group of women is 54% white women. So it's not education. Y'all have less degrees than white women. Women have, look, this channel is about the facts. And my point is, you can have everything you have, but my question is, you said the right man. And that, to most men, is a cop-out. To most men, that's a cop-out. Because if I put you in a room with 100 right men, would they pick you to be their wife?
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to think.
Would they? That's the question. Would they?
Yeah.
I guess she'll make him the right one.
Are you a wife?
I don't know.
That's a question they never ask. Are they wives?
I mean, am I a wife? No, I'm not a wife right now. Are you saying
wife ready? Are you wife ready?
The question they never ask. They never
How do you
ask.
A partner? If you got married, would you want a partner or would you?
The question they never ask. They're always talking about trying to find the right man and where all the good men are. They never ask, if I put you in the room with the right man, would he pick you? Are you a wife? Are you wife ready? But you ask them, they'll go get ready to get that goddamn job. They'll get ready to go to college. They'll get ready to do anything that's associated with institutions. Listen to what I'm about to say, in particular to black people. Black women, you will do anything that gets you closer to institutions, corporations, education. But the one institution you have turned your back on is the primary institution, that of family. You're fit to be an employee. You're fit to guard revenue at companies. You're fit to manage and make sure that other people get rich. But other women know that the best way to make sure they live a quality life and have a life worth living is to stick with their men. And you got women talking about, I don't travel alone. I don't do this. And everybody knows, ma'am, you travel without a man, without a husband. And you damn sure ain't traveling with your kids. And you may love your nieces, your nephews, and everybody else, but you are still not doing your part. Is it time for women to give up on being independent and single? Ladies, you were put on this planet for a purpose, and it was to be fruitful and multiply. Your part as a woman is to produce 3 kids with one man, your husband. Are you doing your part? 3 children. Is that your part? Your part. Have you produced your husband 3 children? Have you produced children for your father and your grandfather and your grandfather's father? Have you done your part for the family line? Have you done your part? Or are you just out here living your best life for you? Have you done your part for the family? Because if you haven't done your part for the family, what does the community have to say? The community can't say shit if you ain't done your part for your family. And the neighborhood can't say nothing if you ain't done nothing for your part of the community. And the city can't do nothing if you see how that goes? If you're not going to do your part for your family, then what about the neighborhood, the community, the city, the state, the country? Modern women are so damn selfish. But then you're taking from men via wealth. Whoa, gentlemen. And they believe this crap. Is it time to give up on equality? Is it time to go back to the original rules?
I think I'd want both, a partner and a husband.
You can't make
This is
this shit up. That's why that's college. What feminism did to the black community, the slave masters couldn't do.
Don't say that.
I don't have to say it. History does. The slave masters, chattel slavery couldn't break the black family like feminism and college degrees did. You want partners, but where do you get 2 CEOs or 2 presidents? Where do you get that don't happen nowhere in life. There's one leader. You're a valued counsel, but you were second. The funny thing is, women were popping the same shit in the Ukraine, and the war broke out. Then all of a sudden, where are all the women who wanted to be partners? They got their fucking ass out of that country, didn't they? Left the men to fight.
It's true.
And the problem is, y'all are on the front line fighting because you're strong and can travel and this and that, and y'all are unprotected. And you're always complaining you're so unprotected. You're unprotected because you cannot work under us. You don't trust us to lead you. But you'll go spend your money in that institution to get that degree. You'll go spend money over here. You'll trust the job, but you don't trust the one thing that's always been your protection, your man. Yeah. Every other race of women, when the chips are down, lines up with their man. Black women, you get away from. And until we start having these conversations about the right man, the right man is the one that looks like you with a nose as big as yours, the one that tells you to sit your ass down. We ain't partners. You belong to me. The kids belong to you. I belong to God. We report up. Get in line or get the fuck out. Every other race of women seems to understand that. Go ahead.
So are you saying?
Is it time to give up on independence, ladies? Because independence has made you selfish. Independence has made you worried solely about yourself. Is it time? You ladies, in my lifetime, you have had womankind has had 50 plus years of independence. In the 60s, they had free love. You've had a good run, but now is it time to give it up? Smokers quit smoking, drinkers quit drinking. Is it time to give up? Because if you are like these women over 35 with this mindset, men are they're not going to marry you. No quality, thorough man will marry you of any race. And hear me well. If you're a quality, thorough man, it is your responsibility to yourself to marry a woman who has an exceptional mindset and leads with her femininity. Femininity is non-negotiable. I am going to start putting examples of feminine women, and I'm going to put an example of women who started out bad and have transferred themselves and upgraded themselves to feminine women. Here's the thing. We didn't get to be born this way, but we are human. We can choose to change. Yes, as long as you haven't made certain mistakes, ladies, you can still win. And even if you made some mistakes, it's just going to be harder. But you must prioritize as a woman mindset, femininity, and men. Not this bullshit this woman was talking about, but I don't blame her because this is what's been pumped to her. Is it time to give